Will you confide in me? Because I'm high. This is where I get uncharismatically high. But like I
was trying to riff with you.
when
You're getting more high.
When you
You're supposed to get less high as the time passes.
did you panic a little bit when you were like telling the story about how you like literally you were like at jail and you were like, come on. Like someone's gonna talk to me about this, and I like made the joke of like that's fucking privilege, and then like right after that, the word queer came. You're like, but also I'm fucking gay, by the way. And did you like play at the time when the when that event
Did I
happened?
scream I'm gay?
Well,
in jail?
no, but you did your impression of it where you were like I don't know what to do, and like that, and you also said the word queer, and I'm curious,
yes.
like were you projecting the image for that person of like I can't spend fucking Martin Luther King weekend in prison like or in jail and like translated into kind of like sexuality terms a little bit, even more so than.
No. He's shaking his head no.
I mean, I channel everything into sexual terms, but I don't know if I don't. I don't know. This is. I don't know what you're asking.
He's talking about the moment when what was the climax of that?
Please.
When telling the story, and then he said the word privilege, where you panicked into wanting to seem like more of just a straight white young man who got out of jail for free, like.
Oh, did I want to lessen the blow of
I'm
that
also gay.
comment?
Like I'm also gay.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. You're asking why? If that's the reason why I said that?
Well, I guess that was a layer of it, but then I was also curious in the meantime because I was like, well, you also don't have to. We don't have to talk about that, but also going back to that part of the story, I was also curious if that was.
Wait, are you asking if what you really wanted to do was call me a faggot just now when you were putting me in my place and calling me out?
That's not cool, Dan.
Oh, damn.
Is that
Too
what you're
far,
getting at?
bro. Whoa.
You're out of the demo.
New world,
you
Dan.
Little, like were you
This
gonna like
isn't
just
that kind of show, man?
That was not connected. No.
all right. Because that might.
I was thinking about age. I was like, because I was projecting myself. When I think demo, I was like, you're too old, but you're not too old. That's what that was. I was not connecting. I did leap from, you're out of the demo. Hey, can I ask gay questions? That is the court that I follow.
That's by the way, the main center of conversation at Starbird's Industries most of the time is like, we'll start off in one bit of conversation and then they'll get it because I identify as queer because I'm bisexual, so I'm into both, and it will always, no matter what, it's like the doweling thing or whatever, looking for water.
Dowsing.
It's like there will be like a conversation about like, is Nerf still putting out products? And then it'll be like, well, that's interesting because with dicks and vaginas, there's like like it always will lead back to that path.
Same.
So yeah.
Same.
So
oh my god.
In your very Harmon way, it was perfect because I didn't understand anything you were really saying. It was completely over my head. But then it got back to dicks. So you want to talk about dicks?
We started with balls.
Wait. You once said in a bar that you find bisexuality to be the most highly evolved of the species, and I can't tell you.
How dare you?
I can't.
Don't tell my millennial audience. It was a brief lapse of closed-mindedness.
Someone said that to me about like non-binary people. Like, well, that's like
I don't say
evolution.
it to everyone. I think some people aren't to the next stage of evolution. But loss prevention, I think, is
That's
very
cool.
important.
You ever fired someone?
Shrinkage.
No.
Shrink.
I do think. Oh, sorry.
What if she's like, yeah, I'm a huge homophobe. I donate a lot.
So my whole life, I grew up with all boys. I have 3 brothers and a dad, and I always thought guys tuck their penis up when they put their pants on.
Yeah, like where does it go?
Question?
Some do.
Because you were like,
Right.
here's how a person looks
it's
with
so
their pants
big?
down, and like.
I don't know. I just always thought that guys just tuck their penis up when they put their pants on.
Tuck it up. Tuck it up where?
Like into your waistband?
No, just so it's not to the left or right.
I
So it
always
could
thought
just go in the
for
middle
some
and be
reason
up.
that you would like sit on it or close your legs on it, so you always tucked it up.
Some people do.
And,
Right.
Was this based on you seeing one of
Yeah.
your brothers do this at some point?
And is the conversation like, did you steal that DVD of Demolition Man? Also, do you? like,
Do you tuck your penis up?
Yeah. Does that have something you would not tuck?
That's actually the first question I
tuck
ask.
your penis and get
in
out
my
of here.
interviews with guys. I'm like, where do you put your penis? I need
That's
to
That
know.
has to go to the left or right, right? I don't think
And
I
that's
could deal
not
with
a
the
fireable
asymmetry.
offense.
All I had was Game of Thrones. I think it's.
You can say faggot if you want to, Dan. You can lean right
Dan,
into it.
say
Where does it go?
Say it, Dan.
Where does it go? I need to know.
If there are two different ways, it's not like you're gonna be like faggot. You're gonna be like faggot. You say it like you lean into the sassy side of it, and you can get away with that.
You have two queer people giving you
Right,
permission to
Jeff?
say the word
Yeah,
faggot.
all the way.
That
You
word used to
fucking
be a
faggot.
flathead screwdriver. Like that was like that really went. Bring it back.
Maybe not.
Some people are.
Yeah, where's Dino Stamatopoulos? Let's give him a ring.
He's in Europe.
I was thinking the other day about how on Twitter, while a showrunner of Community technically, but it wasn't like it's like the internet was different. I was a fucking showrunner of an NBC sitcom, but it still it was like I've told this story before where my brother tweeted that he was like proud of his daughter or something like that, and I responded. I was just like fag. And it was like,
this.
I am not fucking telling you that at the time that was funny. There was no point in explaining that. It was like for me as an individual, evident by that behavior, I was in a space where I thought that was absolutely fine, and like I remember getting kind of like a bunch of people going like, "Did you just call that man a fag for loving his daughter?" And being like, "Yeah, well, it wasn't even about outrage or oppressing anyone." I was like, well, when you put it that way, even if we were on a desert island, I'm a bad brother. That was a dumb. Why did I think that's funny? And but not to mention the fact that then people are like, it was like. But I was just the reason I bring up the story is because I remember I'm like doing something around my house and kind of daydreaming about the internet and how it was different 10 years ago, which is such a weird thing because the internet's supposed to be the thing that's different about any years ago. And now, and then thinking back as an old man and going, I remember when I didn't get fired for calling my brother a fag for loving his daughter in front of everyone. Then a couple people yelled at me and I said, listen, I didn't mean to call my brother a fag. And the fags talked it out with me, and they told me about a charity, and I donated to it, and that's why I'm woke. That's my story. So I don't know where this deposition is going. What do you mean, where are the monsters? They're not here. I took a road called I'm Not a Monster every day to here. How could I be a monster? Did you know the How to Not Be a Monster guide leads you to monstrosity in the future? All you have to do is not think about anything for 30 years and you'll end up doing everything wrong. It's not fair. My name is Kane Mutiner.
Whoa. That's
third.
a cool name.
Why did you improvise? Dumb. Fucking dumb.
I liked it.